Hello, this video has 3 parts to it. In part 1 I plant 4 of my chitted potatoes in yoghurt pots. It was still winter, so that's a fast start for me and a fast start for those potatoes. I just couldn't wait any longer to start gardening again. Those potatoes have now grown into baby potato plants, and now it's time to move them up. In part 2 of this video, I recover and reinvigorate some soil that's been overwintering under some chop and drop. In part 3, I move one of the potato plants into a bucket to grow on to maturity. If you do manage to get to the end of this video, and it is fairly lengthy, so I would suggest you maybe get yourself a coffee or a cup of tea. If you do get to the end of this video and you want to leave a comment, please do. Okay, enjoy the video. Okay, we've got our 4 yoghurt pots ready. This is what we're going to be planting these seed potatoes up into. We're going to give them a fast start in these, and if you watch some of my other videos you'll see what happens next once these grow. But as far as this video goes, we're going to plant these potatoes up, then we're going to take them back indoors, and that's where they're going to grow on into small potato plants. Okay, let me just put this down behind me for a minute and I'll charge these up. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to put maybe 1 inch, 2 inches of this garden soil in the bottom of the yoghurt pots, and that's what the potato is going to sit on. Okay, so we're just putting a couple of inches in there. Let me just move some of this soil to the back of the tray like this, and I'll pop these to the front of the tray and you'll probably see them better. Okay, first potato going in. What we're going to do is we're going to sit it on the soil that's already in there, support it with a finger so it can't fall over, just to keep it straight in the yoghurt pot, and then just basically cover it with soil. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Yeah, just shake it in like that. Hey, come on, how easy was that? We've planted our first potato of 2023. And it's only the first week in January. Hey, it's far too early, isn't it? You don't plant potatoes at the beginning of your second winter month. You've got 2 winter months to go. But these guys are going indoors. Yes, they are. These guys are going indoors. There'll be no frost for them, unless the central heating breaks down. Right. You could do this, I mean, even if you think it's a bit fiddly and yeah, maybe you don't want to do it, why not do it with 2 or 3? I mean, I'm starting with 4. Have a look at your seed potatoes now. If there are any that are starting to chit up, and particularly if the chits are getting a bit long like these are, this is something you might want to do. Just give them a fast start. In fact, I mean, I am calling these fast start potatoes. It's a fast start gardener, really. Nobody else is planting potatoes this early in the United Kingdom, I don't think. Now, having said that, there'll be videos flying up I'll show you people planting them. But who cares? You know, we're just doing our best here at Homegrown Veg. Last one going in. And don't forget, after you've watched this video, if you're going to go into the comments below, leave me a comment. Just say whatever you like, keep it civil. You might want to hit that share icon if you're on social media. Spread the word, fast start potatoes. You never know, you might have gardening friends who would give this a go if they knew about it. I mean, I've done it for a lot of years now and I know it works. It really does. And as I've said earlier in the video, just check me out on Fast Start Potatoes and they'll all be there. You'll see the end result. How's that? These guys are going indoors. How's that looking? Neat and tidy. Okay. No need to water these. They're still only potatoes, they're not potato plants yet. Once we start getting some shoots up above soil level, we can guarantee we've got roots below soil level. That's when we'll give them a drink. Okay, let's see how they go. So, these 4 potatoes have all broken cover now. They've been in these yoghurt pots 2 or 3 weeks. We still have another winter month to go here in the United Kingdom, so it's far too early for these guys to be outdoors, and they haven't been. They've been indoors since you last saw them, and they've never had a drink of water yet. But we're going to give them a drink today because we've got these shoots, we've got roots, we've got shoots, we're starting to produce potato plants. And in probably just over a month's time, we'll be moving these guys up. We'll be moving them up into water buckets and then they can go outside. But before we do that, there's probably another month or so to go sitting indoors, and they will definitely need a drink between now and going outdoors. So let's give them a drink. Just a small one. Remember, these are just small plants at the moment, so we don't want to drown them, do we? Just a little drink, keep them going. That's all it'll take. Okay, so you'll see these guys a number of weeks down the road when we move them up. You'll see these guys again then. These are some of the buckets of soil we're going to be using this year. I've used this soil now for a number of years, and what I tend to do is at the end of the summer months, beginning of autumn, most of what's been grown in these buckets have been harvested. So any one of these buckets could have produced potatoes, onions, shallots, carrots, leeks, beetroot, any number of vegetables. And what I tend to do is, as I harvest the vegetables, the soil goes back into the bucket to stand in this corner of the garden through autumn, through winter and into spring, which is just around the corner. So this soil has been in these buckets now for about 6 months. And what I do when I refill the bucket, I usually cover the bucket with a layer of chop and drop, which consists of, in the main, seaweed and leaves. As you can see, I normally fill the bucket to the brim with that chopped seaweed and leaves. But most of it's gone. It's been recycled into the soil by nature, not by me. I haven't done anything with it. I've just let them stand here. But we're ready to use these buckets again. We're ready to use this soil again. But we will need to invigorate it, because whatever vegetable it grew last year, that vegetable will have taken something out of it. So we need to put that something back, and that's what we're going to do now. There's no reason why this soil can't last a lifetime, provided you maintain it, provided you nurture it. And my preferred method is chop and drop in the winter months and let nature do the recycling. Yeah, no sweat, no cost. Right, let's take one of these buckets up to the barrow and reinvigorate it. I'm just going to pop an old pair of gloves on, because this soil is likely to be quite wet, as it stood outdoors for at least 6 months. I've got Meg and Daisy in the garden with me. I might pop into the picture from time to time. Yeah, it is quite muddy. Oh no, look, it's brockled great. Oh, that's excellent. Right, let me just turn some of that seaweed and leaves in that still hasn't broken down, and we'll just go and get the fertiliser that we're going to spark this up with. Oh, there's Meg's ball. Right, this is the fertiliser we're going to be using. It's proprietary potato fertiliser. So when you ask me what fertiliser I'm using, in 6 months' time, 5 months' time, when we harvest this potato, I can tell you that this is all we're going to be using, this potato fertiliser. There'll be nothing else that these potatoes will get during the growing cycle. I'm hoping there's enough goodness in this for these plants to grow on. How much am I putting in that bucket? That much. How much is that? No idea, but it looks about right. And this is my first secret weapon, this fire shovel. Now you don't need to use this fire shovel when you incorporate your fertiliser, but I like to use it because it tends to give an even distribution, doesn't it, Meg? It gives an even distribution. So we'll just turn this in. Oh! I've buried Meg's ball! Did you see that? I've buried Meg's ball! Get out of that! She just threw it in as I turned the soil up. Look, I've nearly done it again! Get out of it! Right, that looks like a good mix. Okay, so you've seen my first secret weapon. This is my second secret weapon. It's a sawn off pop bottle. To make one of these, just be careful, these aren't designed to be cut, just don't cut yourself. Right, we'll put this to one side for a minute. Now what we're going to do is put about 2 or 3 inches of this mix in the bottom of this bucket. Yeah, keep an eye on me, I might plant that ball. Right, that's about 2 or 3 inches in the bottom there. We want to sit a potato plant on that, a baby potato plant, and we want to fill the bucket with soil. Hey, how's that going to work? Well, I'll show you. Let me just get that potato plant. These are the baby potato plants. I think you'll agree that since the first part of this video, they've really come on, haven't they? Yeah, 4 baby potato plants. Have you given it a go? Have you had a go at this? What are yours looking like? Well, we're calling them plants, and my definition of a plant would be it has shoots, and see those, and it has roots. Is that a reasonable definition of a plant? Shoots and roots? Well, it's my definition. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the root system, and I suspect we'll have a decent root system, and if we have, we're going to pot up, we're going to move one of these potatoes up. It's moving on up. Yeah, we're going to move one up into a water bucket. Okay, I think we'll go with this one, it looks the biggest. Let me just move these out of shot first. Right, we'll bring this one back. So, we've agreed, haven't we? If we've got a decent root system, we want to pot this one up. And in fact, what I'll do is, this will be my guide. If this has got a decent root system, the other 3 probably will have, and I'll do those off camera. I'll move those up as well off camera. Now this is the dangerous bit. That's not really dangerous, but the soil, oh, I can see a small root, I don't know if you can. I can definitely see roots through these drainage holes. There's every danger that this soil ball could fall apart, so we need to be careful how we do this. Right, you're going to see this before me. Yeah, we've got a root system. We've got a root system. How about that? How about that? Come on, that's a potato plant. We've got roots, we've got shoots. That's a potato plant. This plant is moving on up. Yep, it definitely is. We'll pop it back in there for the time being. Right, just settle it down. Now we'll take it outdoors and we'll move it on up. Let's do this. Right, here it is. And what we're trying to avoid is breaking off any of this top growth, because it just knocks the plant back, doesn't it? It'll just knock the plant back if we do that. So we're looking to plant that in there like that and top it off. Obviously not in the yogurt pot. So we'll just put that ticket there and we'll turn this out. We'll throw that over there. We'll turn that up and we'll sit that on that bed of soil. Right. There's every danger that they would be broken off. Oi! There's every danger Meg's going to turn this barrel over. Right. So we're going to protect that plant with that. Now I can be as rough as I like. Hey, look at that. None of that mix touched that plant. Look, it's completely protected. Those leaves are completely protected. Yes, they are. Hold on, Meg, we're nearly finished here now, lass, and then we'll have a play. Yeah. Now I've got to tell you, there's no baby potato plants killed in the making of this video. There definitely is not. I've done this year after year. It works. So watch some of my videos, fast start potatoes. They're all up there. Yeah, it works. You don't need to do this. The reason I do it is I like to get a fast start to the growing season, because through autumn and winter we're just getting cabin fever. We need to be out, we need to be in the garden. This gets me in the garden that much quicker. Okay, right, what happens next? Well, when I lift this out, that plant needs to stay where it's at. If it comes out with the bottle, well, I'll still show you it, but I'm hoping it doesn't. Hey, look at that. Whew, look at that. You see, it just nestling in the bottom. Now all we're going to do now is shake this soil in, like this. How about that? Just shake it in. Hold on, we need a bit more soil in there. Now you see it, now you don't. That's it. Hey, couldn't have been easier. And let's face it, if I'd been doing this and not making a video, planting that potato in that bucket would have probably took 1/10 of the time that it's taken. There we go, tickets in. First potato of the year, homegrown veg. 3 more to do, but not on this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're still here, don't forget, a like would be nice. Leave me a comment, hit that share button, hit that share icon. Show this video to your friends and family. This is homegrown veg. Is that ball? Oh, this is homegrown veg. Come round here, Meg. Come here, let's see if we can get you on camera. That's Meg, can you see her? Yeah, this is homegrown veg and Meg signing out. It looks like I've got to play with you now, Meg.